May 9th, we get hit hard. May 10th, we look like we're having a bit of a bounce. May 11th, we get hit so damn hard. May 12th, some altcoins are already up 60%. This is cryptocurrency, people. This is what we signed up for. We're going to lose our hair by the end of this, I swear. So today's video, I'm going to give you the market update, of course. I'm going to give you some altcoins, but I really, really want to stress the importance of having a plan. With anything got to do with not recommending a altcoin, people don't like it. People tune out. But I'm hoping what happened with Luna will give you the patience you need to watch this video from beginning to end, because I promise you guys, all jokes aside, this video is the one video that I'm most eager to make because I hope it's going to help you save more money in the long run. Let's get through the market update. Let's make a plan and I'll give you some altcoin recommendations. First thing, let's look at the market and let's look at Bitcoin. Of course, I'm not going to be any technical person. Anyone is going to have the same sort of analyst as I am at the moment, which is we have support coming in at around 29K. 29K was a really crucial level for Bitcoin to hold. It dipped a little bit around 27K, roughly 26.5 worst case scenario, but we did have those levels from June and July last year to find some support, and around January last year as well. So support was there, it did kick in, and thankfully the market did not dip. It is a very, very, very crucial level for Bitcoin to hold. If Bitcoin can't hold 26.5K roughly, the next level for support is going to be the high that came in 2017, which is around that 20K mark roughly. If Bitcoin fell another 10 grand from where it is currently to 20, I mean, that's going to be a 30% hit. Altcoins are going to get hit really, really hard. So the pain you're experiencing now is going to be nothing compared to what you're going to feel if Bitcoin gets that 2017 support level. So look, I don't think it's going to get to that level, but of course, I'm always planning for the worst case scenario. So have a plan. So let's discuss just that, a plan. What is the plan? Okay, so you're probably thinking to yourself, why do I want to invest into Bitcoin or Ethereum? They're so high market cap. I want to get a 50x return. I want to get a 60x return. Guys, this is the bear market still. We're not out of the bear market yet. We are still experiencing a lot of losses across the board. And Bitcoin and Ethereum are really good because they're not going to go against you too hard. And a big chunk of your portfolio, this is not financial advice, but this is just general information of how I would allocate it, is at least 50% of your capital minimum. I mean, I would probably say 70, 80% of your capital, to be honest, but a large chunk of your capital, meaning your entire money that you have ready in crypto, should be into Bitcoin or Ethereum right now, because the market can go against you at any time and you want good blue chip cryptos. And right now there's only two of them, which is Bitcoin and ETH. That's it. So if you get any other altcoin, I'm not saying it's going to do a Luna, it's going to go to zero, but every single altcoin, including some of the strongest ones that were held up for so long, got hit really, really hard. So I want to stress the importance of seeking safety at moments like this and playing conservative, because you need to plan for the worst case scenario. You can still get good returns from Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's not about how many wins you make or trying to find that one trade that's going to make you a millionaire. I hope you've learned that by now. The most important thing is that number one, you're consistent, and number two, that you're protecting your capital. Because in crypto, one loss, if you get 10 cryptos right, you made 300% returns, you're killing it. One loss is all you need to wipe you out. So you should always have in the back of your mind, okay, how can I protect myself worst case scenario? And Bitcoin and ETH are your answers. Personally, I like ETH a little bit more. If you know my channel, you know how much I talk about Ethereum. So you can already see I've got the Ethereum chart up on the weekly, and you can see we are still a ways away from our low that we came in the 21st June and July area and the May area. So that would be these areas here. You can see, and that came in at roughly 1700. But Ethereum hasn't had to go to that level now. At the moment, we're currently sitting around 2,000 US dollars. We've still got another 18% before we hit those levels. Whereas Bitcoin, you saw it basically even dipped below those levels a little bit with the price and the wick going slightly below it. So it's just always showing that ETH is always in a more stronger position than Bitcoin. And I want to emphasize that a lot. You know how much I talk about Ethereum and how much I love it. I know it's boring. I know the transactions are slow, but you have to understand the whales, the smart money, they don't care that crypto is going to change the world. They don't care. They're just in it to make money and get in and get out. And that's it. So it's up to you what your investment strategy is and what your own goals are and things like that. But I'm just trying to say that you should always have a portion of your portfolio that's defensive. And by crypto standards, defensive is Bitcoin and ETH. So that's what you should be doing for a portion of your portfolio. Let's have a look at the altcoins. Now, if you know my channel, you know how much I talk about Ethereum being a base for my cryptos. So I ping all of these values to Ethereum. I know there was a few people who came into my live stream, when I live streamed a few days ago, the Luna crash, and I ping all of these values to Ethereum. You can see right here, Ethereum. So I ping all these values to Ethereum, and that's for me to show which other altcoins that are outperforming Ethereum. Everything in red, you're going to see these are all losing value to Ethereum. All of these are losing value to Ethereum across multiple time frames. And you can see just how much coins, and these are coins, and altcoins are moving up right now. So it's going to look even worse than this yesterday. So what you're looking for are coins that are consistently outperforming Ethereum in the long-term time frame and the short-term time frame. That's how I look for my alts. I look for my alts and say, okay, well, why don't I just look at what's outperforming Ethereum? Otherwise, I can just invest into Ethereum. That's risk management. So if I look at what's outperforming Ethereum, let's have a look. Okay, we've got FTT, so we'll have a look at that. Let's have a look at, say, XCN. All right, I have no idea what it is, but you can see it's beating Ethereum on multiple time frames. Maker outperforming Ethereum on multiple time frames. This is how you find your altcoins. You want to look for at least 3 time frames that this is outperforming Ethereum, at least 3. But the more you do, the better, and the more you filter it out. But you'll see a lot of coins struggle to outperform Ethereum on all time frames. So unless it's a stable coin, of course. So let's have a look at these coins. So let's have a look at FTT or FTX. I talked about this crypto a lot lately. I was just like, this is one of the most resilient cryptos I've seen. It's a very good team. It has a very smart man in Sam Bankman-Fried. It's an exchange, so they're pretty safe and reliable. And this is one of those alts that I'm not going to wreck you too hard from where it is now. You've got a 100% return going to $52, which is the high it put in March of 2022. So it's a very good altcoin. These are good altcoins, guys. Now is not the time to be chasing 50,000x. You want to be looking at really good cryptos that are not going to go against you too hard. They have good fundamentals, but they have good income coming in and they're safe. We have a look at other altcoins. We can have a look at even high percentage gains. Let's have a look at, say, Mana, Decentraland, okay? We go from the high to the low, and let's just have a look at where we are. Obviously, we are way down from the high that we put on the 25th of November. So, of course, support would have had to come in sometime, but you're already about 80 down from where you were previously. But it's the highest one. Okay, how can we get this good crypto that has gotten such good returns already in the day? Well, you zoom in, and the only thing you can do, in my opinion, to not get wrecked is wait for it to bounce to 50%. But that comes in at 87 cents. So you want to wait for the pullback, and maybe it does go up. Maybe it does get to where you're like, man, I should have got it. But that's the thing with investing, not just crypto, investing. Some things run away from you, some things come back and test. And what you want to wait for is a nice test. You're going to get a nice bounce off the 50% and for it to continue. Maybe you'll get some choppy in between, but the idea is that you want to get it at the back, because if you get it on the pullback, you basically have this zone here where you're only sacrificing 30% at worst case. The support would be really, really strong around that mark, because a lot of these cryptos have found severe support. So now's a good time to get into some of them. Be gentle, be careful, but now's the time to get into some of them and just see where they're at and start to place some stop losses underneath that low that they put in on the 12th of May, which was just a couple of hours ago in some countries. So be aware of that. Have a plan. What's your plan? Map it out. Have stop losses. Put money into Bitcoin and ETH to protect yourself. Now, how long is this going to last for? Are we in a bear market? Are we in a bull market now? Are we having the reversal? What's happening? My opinion, we are still very much in a bear market. We are still not out of it, okay? A lot of altcoins have dipped a lot, and finally we're getting some support coming in from a pretty far time ago. Some are finding support in 2020, some support is coming from 2021, but most altcoins are finding support from months, sometimes even years ago, which is really bad. At the moment, we are still very much in a bear market, but the books I read, you can see some of them on the shelf, they talk about whenever there's a bear market, you'll normally get every now and again, you'll get somewhere between 2 to 4 weeks of a uptrend happening where you'll be able to have a bit of a relief rally before the downtrend continues. So I'm expecting 2 to 4 weeks before we start to test again and start to pull back down. So have that time frame in mind. Check me on this. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It has to happen. But what we're trying to do is have a bit of a plan, a time frame, look at the charts and see what they do, but always have a worst case scenario ready to be tucked in there in case you need it. And I promise you, if you need it, it's going to save your life. And I'm sure all the Luna holders are thinking about that at the moment. How can I position myself? If you didn't get burnt by Luna, don't think your altcoin is safe. No altcoin is safe. We're just trying to look for the best of the best. And that's why a good chunk of your portfolio should go into Ethereum or Bitcoin, just in case anything does happen, because we never know what's going to happen with regulations and hacks, all this sort of crazy stuff that's happening at the moment. Crypto is still very, very new, and it's still going through a lot of growing pains at the moment. That's going to do it for this quick video. I hope it helped. Again, guys, Bitcoin, ETH, portion of your portfolio there. Expect a bit of a run to happen for anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks, at most, maximum 6 weeks. But I'd really be looking to exit a lot of my positions or put tight stop losses underneath them by around that 3rd week, personally for me. Until then, everyone, stay safe out there, and I will catch you on the next video.